SoFi, 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 SoFi. SoFi is everywhere, but it wasn't always like that. Max from the College Investor here on location in beautiful California. Yes, be jealous, it's sunny every day. Lies, but it feels good to be out here. SoFi is a huge company. Here's your review about it, because it once was a little small company. So let's dive in and see if they're what all the buzz is about. SoFi offers student loan perks, benefits, as well as bonuses. So if you're a bonus kind of person, SoFi could be the good thing. There's quite a few cool things with them, and they also have some of the most compelling rates. I don't know exactly what they are to the minute, but go to their website, and they always have been on the best places to refinance student loans. So there's a couple things they got going for them. Could be a good thing, but remember, every situation is different, remember. So go to Credible and shop through every single option you have to figure out which is best for your situation. But who qualifies to refinance through SoFi? I'm glad you asked. There are a few parameters SoFi uses to underwrite the loan to make sure it's a good fit for both parties. They use a couple factors. First one being income and debts. So if you have a high income with low debts, you'll probably qualify. Secondly, it doesn't use traditional credit score, meaning anybody over a 700 is probably going to have a pretty good time getting along with SoFi. So if you have a bad credit score, SoFi may or may not be the option for you. Over the couple years we've been reviewing these companies, they're the toughest to qualify. Now, tough to qualify usually means better interest rate, but if you have a lower credit score and still want to refinance, Earnest probably is your next best bet on refinancing your student loan. One more thing, they require you to be a citizen of this country or a permanent resident and have a 4-year degree. So if you dropped out of college and still have student loans, SoFi is not for you. They offer terms of 5, 7, or 10 years long. Remember, the longer the term means the lower monthly payment, but that means you will pay more interest over the life of the loan. So if you are excited and aggressive and want to pay off debt more quickly, choose a shorter term. However, if you can only afford the longest term, that makes sense. Always do a little more research what's comfortable for your budget. Don't overextend yourself. And rates are competitive. Go to the website to see the exact rates because it changes every single day. Go. And then Attorney Max is going to digest the fine print. Just kidding. But we did look at the fine print to figure out what is weird on it, if anything. So the biggest thing when you refinance your federal student loan to a private student loan is you eliminate your privilege to have income-based repayment. If your payment for your student loans is $200 a month, it's going to stay at $200 a month whether you can afford it or not. Now, with that being said though, they do have a forbearance program. If you're unemployed, you can have in 3-month increments and capped at 12 months over the life loan a forbearance, which means you don't pay. Pretty generous, but there's other places that give more. So that's probably the least of your worries at this point, obviously. They also offer a deferment if you go back to graduate school, which is a pretty cool thing for a private lender. Now, we had to confirm something. Did a little extra research for you guys. Check this out. If you die, see you in the next life, firstly, and secondly, the debt will be discharged, even if you have a cosigner. So go to school and enjoy it, because if you're gone, no one pays for it. One cool thing that SoFi offers that many do not is continued growth. Most banks, loan companies want to only see your monthly payment and never hear from you. Just how it works. But SoFi offers career coaching as well as networking events to help you in your growth, because the reality is the more in-depth and the more established you can be as a borrower, the less likely you are to default, and it just helps everybody a little bit more. There's a pretty unique option that if you're a medical or dental student and still in training, earning not quite as much money, but having 6 figures in student loan debt, they offer a cool payment program where $100 a month while in the residency for up to 4 years. So when you're going to residency, you don't have to stress out about your huge monthly payment on your student loan. They understand that and have that unique option for those in the medical field. SoFi does offer mortgage and personal loans. There is a full review in this blog post on the review there because we just simply don't have enough time to go through everything. Bottom line is SoFi is a good option. On pretty much every parameter we tested on, it scored very highly. So if you have a pretty good income as well as minimal debt, SoFi is probably one of your best bets in refinancing your student loan or personal loan or mortgage. But again, do your due diligence. Every situation is different. What works for you may not work for somebody else and vice versa. So do your research. SoFi is a good option though. Click the link below. You will see how you can get a pre-qualification or pre-approval. It only takes a few minutes to see what SoFi can do for you. But what do you guys have to say about SoFi? I know when I was watching tennis a few days ago, SoFi advertises are on every single time. It's amazing how normal they are part of our culture. They really have helped. And there's plenty of companies now living on the coattails of what SoFi has done for student loan refinancing. So all the other ones, thanks SoFi. Anyway, comment below, subscribe to The College Investor. Lots of good stuff coming on the horizon. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the comment section, and have a marvelous rest of the day.